So, good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishwendra. I was just discussing about sleep, in which I said that what is sleeping? What happens when we sleep? So, thing is that suppose this is the body, and inside the body there is something called as the consciousness or the conscience, and this conscience is generally working on the sensory information. How you know that you are conscious? Because you can respond to the sensory information given to you. You are receiving information from the five senses, from the eyes, from the ears, from the nose, from the tongue, and from the skin. And you can use them. So that is the definition of being conscious. But when suppose somebody is sleeping, so when somebody is sleeping and he is in a deep sleep, then certainly the consciousness is not responding to the sensory information. It is responding to some other unconscious information which we call as the dream. So sleeping is nothing but it's like accessing the information from the unconscious mind and which you interpret as a dream. So dreams are nothing but it's a feeling when the consciousness is interacting with the information present in the unconscious mind. So one thing we are sure is that when we sleep, the consciousness transfers its access mechanism from the conscious mind to the unconscious mind. There is a shifting of the information access. You can say that information access positions. And for retaining things, that information or the neural patterns must be transferred to the unconscious mind, and from there you have to retain it to bring it back to the conscious mind. This is what we do when we take a test, because when we are teaching the students, we are basically transferring certain sort of neural patterns to their conscious mind, which ultimately gets transferred to the unconscious mind. And when we ask them a question, the reverse process is repeated. So, at the very fundamental level, there is information access, information transfer from the consciousness to the unconsciousness, and from the unconsciousness to the consciousness. Let me put forward this thing in a very scientific perspective. It's just like this. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. So, fundamentally, life is about receiving information from the senses. These informations leads to certain sort of emotions, and these emotions also get stored within the mind brain system. So one thing is transferring of information from conscious to the unconscious, and another thing is retrieval of information from the unconscious to the conscious. So this retrieval effect, you can say the retrieval or revision effect, is fundamentally responsible for success in academic life. And there is no training programs which deals explicitly with the retrieval effect or the revision effect. That explains why most of the students fail in competitive exams, because they have not yet decoded the retrieval effect mechanism. And it's my self experience, self observation that If any student can be trained on the retrieval effect, then certainly his performance can be exponentially increased. He can be made a topper in academic exams. Nowadays, the market is flooded with marketing. You may see pics of toppers being displayed by educational systems in which they try to put a certain sort of thought in your mind brain system that you can top only if you study from this particular system. But they hide the fact that the students who perform so well already had a very developed mind brain system even before joining the institution. Generally, there may be exceptional case where a normal student may be able to transform himself to being a topper by working with certain education system. But in general, as I have seen during my working life with the reputed coaching institutes of our country, that most of the students who perform spectacularly well in any competitive exam have a very well developed mind brain system. Their thought process, their neural patterns are already developed, and they will top if they join any of XYZ education system. Their success is independent of the institute that they join or the education system they join, because the core essence of academic success in any exam is the neural pattern and not the educational system. And as per my observation, education system just provide you a training, information processing training, which is beneficial only to those students who have a well developed neural pattern. But if a student has not that inbuilt neural pattern, then the information processing system of the student, which is given to him, I don't think it is of much use. Let me elaborate this thing. Just ask your child that what he studied today. Suppose he studied today 20 pages. Just ask your child what he studied today. What was there on the page number 1? What was first thing? What was second thing? What was third thing? And then try to judge his reactions, his output, his face reaction, his body language. If he is capable to retain most of the pages, only then he is working with the correct neural pattern. But if on asking questions about what he is doing, he becomes fearful, he becomes frustrated, he becomes anxious, he becomes angry, that means he is not comfortable, he has not yet developed the neural patterns required for success in the exam. Then, if such is the case, then I can offer you a mind training program for developing those neural patterns, by virtue of which your child can score good, your child can develop the neural patterns and can achieve success in academic life with a better result. This is what I can ensure. So my vision is that there is a 21 days 21 days mind training program which involves 9-minute practice. 9-minute practice before going to sleep. So I am just working on this mechanized algorithm, a 21 days mind training program for 9 minutes daily, which I think if executed successfully can explore optimal opportunities to the needy students, can help them develop their neural patterns, and can help them to score better, improve their memory, improve problem solving skills, improve analytical skills. So I'll talk about this in the next video. Thank you.